Are you looking for Sunday school teacher techniques that can teach you how to become a better Sunday school teacher? If so, then this video is for you. I'm Pete Marr with the Global Church Academy. We exist to educate, equip, and inspire Christian education workers. From teachers to volunteers, we believe that you are shaping the future, and we want to help you thrive. Whether you're a newbie or a veteran, teaching Sunday school and leading a small group can be incredibly difficult. In this video, we want to share with you 4 techniques that can help you become a better Sunday school teacher and give you some of the tools that professional teachers use. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video where we're going to share with you a bonus tip on how to effectively arrange your classroom to get the maximum results. And while you're at it, leave comments below on some things that have worked for you as a teacher or some things that you'd like to learn about in future videos. It's always better when we learn together, so be sure to share with the community some of your thoughts. Now let's jump in. One of the first techniques to help you become a better teacher is to be sure to prepare your heart and not just your mind. This seems like it should go without saying, but so many Sunday school teachers, especially volunteers, we're just busy. We're parents, we have life taking place, and preparing for our Sunday school lesson, it's usually hard to find time to squeeze it in. And in reality, most of us probably prepare Saturday night for our lesson Sunday morning. That's okay, it's a reality. But one of the things, if you want to be an effective teacher, is that you need to start preparing not just your mind with the subject matter and the things that you're teaching, but also your heart. Spend some time throughout the week intentionally praying for your Sunday school lesson. Pray for your students that are involved in your Sunday school. And you'll find that while you do this throughout the week, you're also going to be able to generate some more ideas, be a little more creative, and not only have the head knowledge needed to teach a great lesson, but also the heart that's in the right place. You know, teaching is more about the heart than it is the head, because we're seeking a special type of teacher, not somebody that's so much suited and focused on information, but somebody that's also focused on transformation. And that can only come from us as teachers being connected to God's heart. So spend some time focused on connecting your heart to God's heart. And I recognize that it's difficult. So maybe don't try to do a 4-hour devotional each week. Instead, maybe shoot for 3-5 minutes each day just to pray along the way. And I promise you that it's going to help your lesson go so much better. And if you need some help with devotions or devotional resources, be sure to click on the cards above where we have devotions that we've produced to help you as the teachers prepare. We recognize that it's hard and it's difficult, and we want to help. Tip number 2, get into the story. You know, one of the things that Jesus did to teach was he taught in parables, he taught in stories. We are wired for story. Children are wired for story. We love great stories. Think about how many great stories you've heard, whether they're Bible stories or stories that began with once upon a time. The reality is that if you get into the story, if you help tell the story, the Bible story, in a way that it comes to life, your students are going to be more engaged. When I was teaching Sunday school, I would oftentimes use character voices. I mean, I would get into it. I might even dress up if I had to. Whatever age-appropriate thing you can do to help them get into the story and really start to not only internalize, but feel like they're part of the story, do it. You know, with modern day technology, if you're teaching older kids, maybe that 3rd grade, 5th grade kind of middle school range, you have great opportunities to take advantage of digital resources, videos, images, things that help bring the Bible narratives to life. So don't always rely on just a video, putting a video in and watching a video. Instead, find ways to pull out different parts or obscure pieces of the Bible story and help those little details come to life for your kids. You'll find that children from all ages are going to love that. When you get into the story, they're going to get into the story with you. Number 3, get them moving, get them creating, or get them talking. You know, one of the challenges that I see over and over again in teaching is that teachers tend to talk too much. We have all the knowledge, so we want to give all that knowledge to the children. But the reality is discovery is a beautiful technique to help your children learn about the materials. So if they're small children, get them active, get them moving, get them playing some games, get them acting out parts of it, play charades, play different things that, again, help the students connect to the story. If they're a little bit older and they're in a space where they can create, get them to draw, get them to use clays, get them to use manipulatives. You can keep this thing simple too. I mean, some of the best creative ideas have come up when there were literally no resources available. So use your imagination and don't be limited. And finally, if you have some of the older kids, get them talking. Ask open-ended questions. Don't ask yes/no questions. Instead, ask questions about, tell me how the story impacted you. If you were somebody who was watching this story happen, how would you have described the story? What's one thing that this particular character may have felt during the story? You know, these types of open-ended questions get children talking, and it really helps them understand the story. Number 4, focus on transformation, not just information. You know, this goes without saying, but again, it's so hard to do, and we recognize that. When we're teachers, the thing we want to do is we want to give the children the information, especially when they're little children. You know, we focus a lot on scripture memorization, and those are great things to focus on, and I would encourage churches to do more of it. But the thing we have to do is we have to always remember that we're praying for and seeking transformation in the hearts and the lives of the students. So as you're thinking about your lessons, think about ways to create a space or create an opportunity for them to experience God in a new way. And I understand it can be challenging when you have small children, but sometimes just silence can help a child connect in a way that their busy little lives have never thought about. Taking time to calm them down, taking time to help them see what they can do without screens or digital devices presents an amazing opportunity for them to begin a small part of transformation, a small opportunity for them to experience God in a new way. So always be thinking about transformation instead of just information. Now, at the beginning of the video, we talked about a bonus tip. The bonus tip that I want to share with you deals with classroom configuration. So many times we see classrooms and they're kind of set up in a traditional format with the teacher in the front, rows of kids in the back. If you have an opportunity, I want to encourage you to practice a technique of changing around your classroom. Get creative with how you pair up students. Maybe set them back to back. Maybe put them in groups of 2 or 3. Change a lesson around so that the whole lesson can be small group oriented. Maybe form a circle and put yourself in the center of it, or form a semicircle. You know, each week or every couple weeks, work on changing up the configuration of the classroom. This adds an incredible dynamic to the learning environment, and it's a technique that can really help your students connect in different ways because it gives them a different opportunity to see the classroom. It literally changes their perspective in the room, and it's going to change yours as well. Thanks for joining us for this video. If you haven't seen our video on Bloom's taxonomy and some other tools and tips that professional teachers use, be sure to click on that video. And if you like the channel, be sure to give us a subscribe and some comments below to let us know what you would like to learn. Thank you for all that you do, and remember, you are shaping the future.